Hi everybody. So in this video we're going to take this Windows Server 2019 that we installed in the previous video and we're going to make it a domain controller. Now the reason we would need that right now is because I would like to have DNS in the environment. I know I could install a standalone DNS server and leave it at that, but Active Directory will probably come in useful in the future in this lab, so I'm going to install Active Directory and have an Active Directory integrated zone, and then we can use that as the DNS server as well. So let's go ahead and power this thing on. And, all right. So what I did to this server, I installed Google Chrome, and I've also and control panel and network. I've added a couple of network cards, and they're both pretty much pointing to my to the same network. The default uh, local network that I have. Now, the reason why I did that is because I want this machine to respond on both of these addresses when DNS requests come in. That's the only reason. Some platforms require you to have two DNS servers uh, configured, and I want both of them to point to this box. So there's different ways of doing this. I did it this way, so it's fine. And now we're going to name this server. So we're going to go and server manager, local server, and let's see. I'll leave it as Win 2019. This is box 0. And this is going to be a domain controller 0. There, nice and convoluted. And Win 2019 0, domain controller 0. All right. And why not? Let's restart. And so what are we going to do now is going to add roles and features. Next. And this will be a role-based, feature-based installation. And we're going to be using this local server. So we want Active Directory Active Directory domain services. That's what we want. And remote server tools, lightweight directory tools, and the module for include management tools if applicable. Sure, why not? Let's do that. Let's add this feature. And next. And next. Okay, so we'll be prompted to install the DNS server also, which is fine. And install. And that's done. We can go ahead and close this, and we have tasks. Post deployment, promote the server to a domain controller. That's what we want to do. And we are creating a new forest. And we're going to be, this is going to be lab.local domain. Next. Okay, specify domain controller capabilities. It will be the DNS server. Global catalog server. Let's see. We're already here, so that's good. And we can we could gonna make a password for this. Mhm. So our password will be that. Mhm. Should be good. And next. Okay, so we have delegation for DNS cannot be created because it cannot be found, of course. Specify delegation options, we don't need to do that. Next. Okay, so lab is what we want. Next. Let's see here. Default paths will do just fine. So what do we have here? New forest, domain name is lab.local, lab, forest and domain functional levels, global catalog, DNS, yes, yes. DNS server will be configured on this computer, thankfully, yes. And this computer as a, well, it's already configured that way, but okay. Password of the new domain administrator will be the same as this local administrator, that's fine. And we can go next, prerequisite check. Okay, so domain have a default security settings named along. Okay, that's fine. Cannot be created, that is also fine. Install. Okay. Did it just turn off by itself? Um, oh no, it didn't. Okay, there it is. Okay, so, and we are gonna log in to our domain, lab administrator, and we're good. Now, there's a few more tweaks that I would like to make at this point. So we are going to open this web browser and let's go to bing.com. And we can't get there, or can we? Oh, we could get there. That's good. So let me just double check some settings. For why is this? No internet access. That's not true. We just went to bing.com. What about yahoo.com? Hmm. We can browse. So our DNS server is working fine. But I'll still want to check a few things. So let's see here. DNS Management. DNS. So we have our DNS server here. We have a forward lookup zone. We do not have a reverse lookup zone, so I'm going to add that. Lab.local. Okay, so this has two A records, so it'll do round robin, and that's okay. Because we need a reverse zone. So this and this and turning zone, action menu, new zone, primary zone, store the zone in active directory is on a writable zone. Yep, that's what I want to do. Well, we only have one DNS server. So it's in the why am I not? IPv4 reverse lookup zone. So we want to do 10.192.172 anything. That's going to be 172.192.10 in ARPA. Next, allow security recommended. Do not allow. That's fine. So we're good. And we have our zone. There it is. So I'd like to add a pointer record, and the host name will be this one. Um, Wait a minute. Let me try this again. Um, New pointer record. Host IP address is this, and host name So we are going to go look in DNS on the server, forward lookup zones, lab.local, and we have what are we doing a pointer record for? Host IP 10. I didn't put that in. And this will go to lab.local, and this will be 10. This one. Lab.local. There we go. Host name, host IP. Okay, perfect. Now we'll add another one for its other address, and we'll browse to that. I mean, you can type it in, but since we're here, and it's this one, 11. And this is in, and we are good. So we have pointer records now, and the host records, A records. So what I want to do now is add a couple of more entries for VMware. So move this over. Where's this thing? And we are going to give our ESXi host a record. So we want to X570 hours ultra ESXi, and his IP is 10.192.172.15, and create absolutely. The host record has been created successfully, and where is our pointer record? Oh, no, refresh. There he is. Okay. Ultra ESXi. That lab, that local. Perfect. Now I'm going to make another record because we're going to be installing vCenter here. So a record, it's going to be vCenter. And the IP address for that will be what I want it to be. Well, we can make it 10.192.172.51, and we'll create the pointer record for that. Now we have our records. I'd like to see something with this DNS server. Where is this thing? Actions, properties, and name servers. Mm, there. Right. Okay. Let's make sure everything works. So I want to go to X570 hours ultra esxi.lab.local. Why am I not being... I'm not trying to search for it. I'm trying to... Um, CMD, ping, it works. Okay, so we can resolve the names. It's just, I think Google Chrome is under the impression that we are trying to search for this instead of go resolve it. So let's explicitly tell it what we want, and now it listens. So, and there we go. So what we can do now is we can use that DNS server on this box. Oh, where's this control? Control panel. And we have this thing here. So as the the domain, I mean the IP address can get from the DHCP server, that doesn't matter to me. What I want this box to use that DNS server that we just made. So that'll be 10.192.172.10 and 10.192.172.11. Should be good. And it appears that we did everything. We have our domain, we have our DNS server, and we are ready to proceed with the next step, which is installing vCenter server. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope this was useful to you, and I'll see you in the next one.